Hello and welcome back. Today we're tackling Leetcode problem 2483, called minimum penalty for a shop. It's a medium-level problem, but the optimized solution is actually surprisingly clean and logical. We're going to break it down step by step, so even if you're new to this kind of problem, you'll walk away understanding it completely. First, let's understand the setup. We are given a string called customers. This string is basically a log of customer visits for a shop. The character Y means a customer showed up at that hour, and N means nobody came. Our goal is to pick the best time to close the shop so that we minimize a penalty. Let's clarify these rules because they are the key to the whole problem. We have two ways to get penalized. First, if we stay open but it's a slow hour with no customers, that's bad. That adds 1 to our penalty score. Second, if we close up shop early, but a customer arrives later to find a locked door, that's also bad. That also adds 1 to our penalty score. We need to balance these two to find the sweet spot. Let's walk through the example provided in the problem description to make this concrete. We have the string y, y, and y. This means at hour 0, a customer comes. At hour 1, a customer comes. At hour 2, nobody comes. And at hour 3, another customer comes. We need to decide, should we close at hour 0, hour 1, or maybe wait until hour 4? Let's calculate the cost for a few options. If we close immediately at hour 0, we are closed for the whole day. Since there are 3 y's in the string, we miss 3 customers. That's a penalty of 3. What if we close at hour 2? That means we are open for hour 0 and hour 1. Both had customers, so no penalty there. But we are closed for hour 2 and 3. Hour 2 was N, so being closed is fine. But hour 3 was Y, so we missed that customer. That gives us a total penalty of 1. If we check all options, we see that closing at hour 2 or hour 4 both give a penalty of 1. The problem asks for the earliest hour, so the answer is 2. Before jumping into code, let's think about extreme cases. What if the input is all N's? If nobody ever comes, we should just close immediately at hour 0 to avoid the penalty of being open for no reason. On the other hand, if the input is all Y's, we should stay open as long as possible to never miss a customer. Our solution needs to handle these naturally. Just a quick heads up, we'll be walking through the logic and solution using Python, as it reads very much like plain English. But don't worry if that's not your main language. I'll be showing the full code for Java, C++, and JavaScript towards the end of the video, so stick around for that. The first approach is what we call 2 passes. A brute force approach would calculate the score for every possible closing time separately, which would be too slow, like doing the work over and over again. Instead, notice that moving the closing time by 1 hour only changes things a little bit. We start by calculating the penalty if we closed at hour 0. This is easy. It's just the total number of y's in the string, because we'd miss every single customer. Before we get into the code, let's talk about the real reason people fail at Leetcode. It's not because they can't reverse a linked list, it's because they break their daily streak. I built my daily to-do specifically to solve this. You can set Solve Daily Leetcode as a routine task. This means it reminds you to complete your routine tasks every day. It's a dedicated system to force you to be consistent, which I also use to remind myself to upload these videos every day. If you're watching this channel, you're trying to improve, so this tool makes sure you actually show up to do it. I also want to be 100% transparent about how this app will grow. I am an indie developer, not a big corporation. I will never take away a free feature you already use. Core features like repeating tasks remain free forever. However, as I add new server-heavy features, they will be part of the premium plan to help cover the costs of running the app. Also, the price of premium will go up every time I ship a major new feature, so the best time to get involved is right now, while it's early. Check it out at the link in the description. Okay, we've talked about the big picture and the logic. Now let's see what this looks like as actual code. I'll put the full solution up on the screen first, and don't worry, after that, we'll walk through the most important sections together. Alright, here's the full Python code for the first approach. It might look like a few steps, but it follows exactly what we just discussed. We start with an initial score, and then just loop through the string once, updating that score as we go. Let's break down the logic piece by piece. First, we set our baseline. We assume we close at hour 0. In this scenario, every single customer who wanted to visit encounters a closed shop. So our current penalty is just the total count of y's in the entire string. We save this as our min penalty so far, and set the earliest hour to 0. Now we loop through each hour. As we iterate, we are essentially moving the closing time 1 hour to the right. If the character at the current hour is a y, that's great. By opening for this hour, we satisfy a customer we previously disappointed, so our penalty goes down by 1. However, if the character is an N, that's not good. By opening for this hour, we are now open when nobody is there, so our penalty goes up by 1. After updating the score, we check if this new penalty is the lowest we've seen. If it is, we update our best hour. Notice we use I+1 because if we include index I, the shop closes after that hour. Now let's look at the second approach. This one is clever. The editorial calls it one pass. Here's the insight. We don't actually need to know the exact penalty number to find the best time. We only need to compare the hours against each other. Whether the scores are 10, 9, 8, or 0, -1, -2, the minimum still happens at the same spot. So we can just start our score at 0 and track the relative changes. And here's the code for that mathematical approach. It looks almost identical to the previous one, but notice we didn't calculate the sum of y's at the start. We just set both the minimum penalty and current penalty to 0. The logic inside the loop is the same: decrement for y, increment for n. This implicitly tracks the shape of the penalty curve without needing the absolute values. So how fast are these solutions? Both approaches are extremely efficient. For time complexity, we are looking at big O of n. This is because we simply walk through the list of customers one time. If the list is 1,000,000 characters long, we do 1,000,000 operations. For space complexity, it's big O of 1, or constant space. We aren't creating any new lists or arrays. We're just updating a few simple counters. This is as efficient as it gets. Alright, that covers the main solution in Python. As promised, for those of you who code in other languages, I'm about to show the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript. I won't be breaking these down in detail, but the logic is identical to what we just discussed. Just pause the video on your language of choice to check it out. Here is the full solution in Java. It follows the exact same one-pass logic. Pause here if you need to study the syntax. Next up, here is the C++ version. Standard loops and conditionals, nothing fancy here. Feel free to pause and review. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Hopefully seeing it in a few different languages helps confirm that the logic is universal. So let's wrap it up. The big takeaway here is efficiency. We avoided the brute force trap by realizing we could update our score incrementally. We also learned that we don't always need absolute numbers. Relative changes are enough to find a minimum or maximum. This allowed us to solve the problem in a single pass with constant space. Also, if you're looking for even more Leetcode problems beyond the daily challenge, I've started a second channel called Leetcode Unlocked. It's where I'll be posting solutions to a ton of other problems, so if you're serious about your interview prep, be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. Hope this solution breakdown made sense. If it helped, give that like button a click, maybe subscribe for more, or drop a comment if you have questions. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you know straight away when I upload a video, because I upload videos daily. If you want to support the channel, a few people have asked how I plan my solutions. I'm a big fan of sketching out the logic on a tablet before I code. It really helps. I've put affiliate links in the description to the tablet I use. Or if you're feeling generous, there's always the Boba Fund. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.